Hello, you beautiful human, and welcome back to your daily pick-me-up message before we get into one of these beautiful cards to have a look at what God, Universe, Spirit needs you to know at this point in time whenever you happen to watch this, right here, right now. There's once again a message that came through very strongly during my meditation that is relevant for you, my love. If you're connected to my energy, like there's a reason why you're here. Like you know this, I know this. So if you watched the past daily channel messages of mine, like especially those around like the energy of March now, I was heavily focusing on the light aspects of it, right? Like the creative energy that we're feeling and just like we're guided to pour into our vision and everything. Well, what God reminded me of this morning was like it can swing both ways. These heightened energies can be used for creative endeavors just as much as they can be used for destructive endeavors. Yin and yang, light and dark. Like we know everything holds its balance. And there are a couple of things like specifics that came through that I'm meant to share and just reassure you that if you currently find yourself feeling some of it or all of it, it's valid, and I will, I'm just opening up my vessel for actionable steps to pour through so I can support you as much as possible during these times, because if you currently find yourself like struggling and being overwhelmed, that is very common with these energies. It's just about like being aware and knowing how to transmute it and how to get out of it. So what God was like speaking to me very, very clearly this morning was you might very well feel a lack of safety, a lack of trust. That is then, and you can check in with your body actually, because that's how I noticed it, that it was like really present. How does your lower back feel like? Are you experiencing any like pressure? Is it tight? You just have to do like a minor stretch to find that out. Like please do. Even like you can continue watching and like listen to my words while you do it. But this is very, very common right now. Number one. Yes, exactly. And the actionable step that, because I was like, okay, yeah, what can we do about it, right? Actionable step is look for proof in past experiences of yours. I know like usually I do not even like to touch that because like that is like done and dusted. Like we, gotten all our learnings out of our past experience and we're like ready for the new, like we are already here. That's the thing, like we're already here. But when it comes to strengthening your belief in like that you're safe and that you can trust this and there's nothing to fear, it makes a lot of sense to look at past experiences that freaking prove to you that it doesn't matter how dark it was, you were delivered out from it every single time and you were safe every single time. So that is number one for the lack of trust, lack of safety, if that is what you're currently experiencing. Number two, I talked about it, heightened creative energy, sacral. Oh, it's funny, we're now like moving up. So we were at root. Now the very highly activated sacral, that is creative force, that's life force, that is sexual energy. Again, can swing both ways. It can be used for creation or quote unquote destruction, distortion. Okay. Yes, thank you so much. There's something that Connor, if you're watching this, I freaking love you. Like, he is part of our beautiful community, of our collective. What he brought forward in yesterday's like weekly community call that we had was like so, like it made so much sense because this month is Ramadan month. And that is all about purification, abstaining. So if you're currently struggling with like distorted sexual energy and you're like, what can I do? Well, first of all, like transmute it in a way where it's like, change it to creation, create something. Like let it be the fire, the spark for your new art project. Like whatever it is, that is one thing. To kind of like dim that down and like not, you know, go completely crazy. Fasting is perfect for that. Breath work works wonders as well. Just like you will find the method that works the best for you. I also would love for you to drop in like tips, actionable advice, like in the comment section yourself, like how are you able to handle these energies, not only like maybe like distorted sexual energy, but also lack of trust, lack of safety right now, because again, like I keep on repeating myself, but we're all holding each other's hands during this time. Let's help one another. But these were just like the things that came through very, very strongly. It makes a lot of sense to abstain right now. So for example, this could be like sugar, like unhealthy habits, like you will know intuitively where you're like, actually, this is now my new reality. What am I gladly giving up and leaving behind once and for all? It's like very symbolic. It's highly significant, because where you're at now, where you're stabilizing in at this point in time in your new reality, there's so much outdated beliefs, like all of it, that you need to let go of. Otherwise, this month will drive you crazy, because again, these energies swing both freaking ways. You can either use it to thrive and like focus on your, you know, like abundance and joy and love and creation, or you get stuck in your mind. And that is another point. I love how this just flows, because this is exactly what I've written down after. You being in your mind, overthinking, like completely getting lost in that, you might very well feel right now that you feel different, as in you miss the connection you had with God, with spirit, with your guidance team. Like you don't hear anything, you don't see anything, you feel abandoned, you feel lost. I'm here to tell you, confirmation, God, your guide, they never went anywhere. They are exactly where they've always been. It's just that you are in a place where they cannot reach you. And this will ultimately mean, if you cannot feel God, that ultimately means you cannot feel yourself. It all leads back to you. It's a representation of you. You abandoned yourself, my love, and you probably didn't even notice. So if you're currently in a space where you're like grasping for more clarity and confirmation, like tarot readings and like books, like I don't know, like whatever divinity tool you're like being very drawn to, or just like desperately trying to like get something from, you know, like the ether, from like divinity, source, spirit, God, it starts with you, because you're not present with you. You're not showing love to yourself. The moment you reconnect with yourself, the moment you feel God, your angels, spirit guide, everything's gonna flood back in. But you have to make that conscious choice to do the work, because it is work. It requires stillness, it requires presence. If you're currently in an environment that is freaking loud, that is just distorted, get your ass out of there. Like spend the least amount of time in that environment. Just spend it outside, be in nature, ground yourself. This will also help if you currently have like a lack of safety. Ground yourself. Be with nature. Like Mother Earth wants to hold you. Like she holds you all the time. It's just, if you're distracted, if you're not present with her, you don't feel it. You need to feel it, because I can tell you on the other side of that, and I'm sure I'm connecting with a lot of you that are on the other side of that, you agree that the feeling of like being able to connect with the landscape and being one with everything, like I got full body chills, that is the norm. That is how we live in this new reality from here on out. And quite literally this morning, after I meditated, I open my eyes and I not only see one bird, I see 3 birds sitting on the railing of my balcony, like this close to me. And I was like, oh my gosh, I'm turning into a Disney princess again. But It's because I'm literally one with everything. Because during my meditation, I heard the ocean. I became one with the ocean. I felt the sun on my skin. I became one with the sun. I felt the breeze over my skin. I became one with the wind. And then I opened my eyes and I saw these birds and I'm like, I am that. They are me. It's all one. Your creator and creation, my love. When you say you miss God, you miss yourself. I got full body chills. Like, this is something that someone needed to hear very, very badly. I feel that. Nothing is lost. You will always be guided back. It's just about you choosing to choose yourself. Pour into self-love. Meditate. Be present. And then, like that, you're gonna be back. And you're like, whoa, that was weird. I don't even know what that was, but now I feel like myself again. And I wish that for you, okay? So that was the message that came through during my meditation. Now, yes, we're gonna see if there's like any additional message that wants to come through. I know this was already like a hefty one, but this had to be said because obviously like what I wanna like contribute with these videos is like showing the full spectrum. And when I tune into the collective, like that energy was so present. I was like, this needs to be addressed. And I'm bringing light, I'm bringing information. I'm telling you, you are getting out of it. It's very similar to the message that came through yesterday. If you haven't watched that one, highly recommend you do. It's like we're on our way out. You're being delivered out from whatever environment that is currently not supporting your energy. So this is giving you hope. This is giving you faith. Because you're looking at someone that is on the other side. Do I have like phases where I'm wobbling? Like 100%. But then it makes us human. And this also makes us experience more vibrant that we have as humans on planet Earth, like that we incarnated here. It's beautiful. Feeling is beautiful. Problem is just if we lose awareness, you know, it all comes back to our like level of consciousness. You got it. Literally, I just heard it, like they got it. I'm like, mm-hmm. Yeah, I know. And you know this as well. So let's see if there's like an additional message that wants to come through, like advice would be nice. What are we meant to focus on right now? What is the energy? Let's see. Ideally just one card, but I'm open. Okay, this one's peeking out at me. Yes. This has come through a lot. Divine feminine energy, softness. Can you see? It's called the maiden. That is literally the embodiment of nurturing our divine feminine side. And you don't have to be, you know, like divine feminine. You have both. Divine feminine, divine masculine, even if you're a masculine currently watching this. So connect with your softness. Nurture like self-love. Slow down. Let yourself drop into, I literally felt like a huge release. And if you're like, oh, I don't even know if I carry, just check in with your body for a second. Do you carry any tension? Potentially around your shoulders especially. That is like, your body is like screaming at you all day, every day. When something is off balance, it's just about you, again, having that awareness that it's even there. That's why being in your mind is like the most toxic place to be in. Because you don't see, feel, hear anything. But this will get you back. You got it. You will know what you need to do in order to find yourself, like find your way back to yourself. You didn't like walk off like too far. That's the beauty of it, because you've done so much work. It's like you're gonna be back like very, very quickly. It's just this acts as an activation and little wake-up call, you know, just like from from me, from your like God, spirit, universe, guides to you. Yeah. I am being called to wrap this daily pick me up message up here now, so I will do that as always. I hope it resonated. Let me know in the comments. How are you currently vibing with these energies? Because obviously, like, everything is welcome. That's also something that I want to emphasize. Like, you experience currently something, you feel the need to transmute it, speak it. The comment section is the safest place for you to do so. Do it. Do yourself a favor. Like, here's the thing, don't keep it in. Don't keep it in. Don't feel like you need to handle it by yourself. Absolutely fucking not. We're at a point now where we can lean on one another because we all are able to hold space for one another. We're so freaking strong. Like, this is a walk in the park. If you choose to seek help, ask for help. Okay? So, with that said, have yourself a beautiful, wonderful rest of the day as always. And I cannot wait to see your beautiful face in one of my next upcoming videos, which is going to be tomorrow because I'm posting every single day until oh my god, no fucking way. I will keep that in. Because I was just in flow, and what I wanted to say was until the end of the year. I need to sit with that. But what I can like assure you right now is for the next 100, like for the entirety of 111 days, you're going to see my face. Because that is what the guidance was that came through. Okay. You're gonna be a witness to that if it's gonna be extended beyond that, I guess. But yeah, take care of yourself, and I love you very, very much. Bye-bye. This was one of the more rocky videos for me, not as easy for me to stay in flow, because a lot of distraction with like noises outside. I also, like, you didn't see it, but I had like 3 like starting like attempts to film it in the first place. It's very, very prominent in our collective right now. Distortion, noise. I know you can like come out on the other side of it because you've been there like multiple times. It's just, I'm just a reminder of it. In case you haven't noticed it yourself, you know, this is just me saying, my love, you might wanna look at that. And then truly, truly drop into meditation and just be with yourself, like extract yourself from everything. You got it. I will go now because not only am I sweating a lot, because I had to turn off the AC so it's not too loud, but I also am a hungry woman again. You already know, like, I need to eat now, and I actually have to move places, so I have to pack as well, which I'm vlogging, by the way, still, like every single day, like little snippets. So you're gonna see the first weekly vlog probably by the end of this week, and then you can see what actually happened behind the scenes, which I'm so excited for you to see, actually. Yeah, that is it. I have nothing else. I freaking love you. And if you made it to the very end of this video, comment a shell, because that reminds me of like feminine energy. Like, yes, nurture that. Self-love, softness. Please, please. You will feel so much better once you do that. Okay? Yeah, I'm gonna go now. I love you. I know I said it once, twice, 3 times. I don't care. I'm gonna say it multiple times because you deserve it and you need to hear it. And yeah, now I'm just gonna get out of this seating position, and I'm gonna see you tomorrow. Bye bye. Bye bye bye.